Today's video is part 1 of a 3-part series on the 3 easy ways to avoid getting injured during this year's CrossFit Open. Number 1 on our list is mobility. It's one of the very few things that we could start implementing today that would change our outcomes significantly in this year's Open. Of all the moves of CrossFit, there's only a few positions that really stand out in my mind that really expose problems with mobility. Those movements are the back squat, the front squat, and the overhead squat. Now, what do these movements have in common? The squat. The squat is the foundational move from which all other moves are based. So if you can't do that well, you're not going to be able to do anything else well either. Wait, so you're saying that if I can't do a squat properly, then all of my other lifts will suffer? That is exactly what I'm saying. And if you improve your squat, then your overhead squat, your snatch, your clean, your front squat will also improve. And you can avoid unnecessary injury and damage to your spine. What more reason do you need? I know that some of you are thinking that your front rack and poor shoulder mobility are the real reasons you can't get in the ideal position. And perhaps that is another issue. But without first achieving the optimal spinal position during the bottom of the squat, you will be putting dangerous amounts of stress on your spine, shoulders, and other joints, trying to make them compensate for your inadequate range of motion. Okay, so now that we understand how important the squat is, let's look at the standards. The standards for the squat are that the shin bone and the spine should be parallel with one another, with the head in line with the spine, eyes gazing slightly downward to straight ahead. The top of the hip crease should be slightly below parallel, and the weight should be placed evenly in the middle of the foot. In the forward-facing position, we'll notice that the foot stance, or width between the feet, will vary from athlete to athlete. That's perfectly fine. We want to see that the knees and the toes follow the same path, and that the knees will track over the middle to the lateral aspect of the foot. Now don't you dare laugh, a lot of us have looked like this at one time or another. Some of us still do and just don't know it. Here you can see that the heels have come up off the ground because the individual has shifted his weight forward onto the balls of the feet. The pelvis is tucked under and the thoracic spine is rounded. Basically nothing is safe in this picture and you're asking for serious injury. In this common mistake, the individual is unable to get their hips below parallel, so instead they flex forward, putting a tremendous amount of strain on the lower back. This is usually due to poor range of motion in the ankles, shortened hamstrings and adductors, making it impossible to get the pelvis any lower without bending the spine. In this example, we see a lack of muscular activation at the bottom of the movement. This problem is most commonly seen towards the end of the workout once fatigue has set in. You might be trying to bounce out of the bottom position to help you finish the remaining reps. This is a very dangerous position for your lumbar spine. Please avoid this whenever possible. Okay, so now that you've seen the way a squat should look and the common problems, where do you measure up? When you're trying to improve your body's movement, the first step should always be to see your chiropractor and get adjusted. There is no other treatment that will better improve the ability of the body to move and function properly. Sports chiropractic care helps your body to adapt and respond quickly to any changes in the environment. So optimizing the efficiency of the body means faster results, quicker recovery, and better performance. As a chiropractor, it's my job to study the biomechanics of the body. I know how to improve your positions. I know how to put you in a stronger, safer place so that when you do the things that you love, you'll be safe and you'll do it better than you thought was possible. So on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week, I'm going to set aside some times for my athletes to come in and get adjusted. We'll do a full squat assessment to see exactly where you're at. We'll see what mobilization, stretches, and what exercises you should be doing to help you get down to the best positions possible for this year's Open.